What's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution, really want to try and learn how to fly a broom. Like really try and learn.
I can't believe you've gone all these years and you still don't know how to fly a broom.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's for witches, man.
it's pretty embarrassing. Magic carpets are for
magic
for
carpets.
male,
Yeah, I'm a big magic
for
carpet
wizards.
rider.
Brooms are for witches.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
and that's the way it's been for millennia.
I think this year I really want to stop cursing women and turning them into frogs, and also maybe sorting out which toads in the basement are actually toads and which ones are women I've cursed and turned into toads.
That'd be good. Yeah,
sorting them out this year and just really doing a spring cleaning.
Yeah,
if you will.
spring cleaning. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Separate my goblin eyes from my human eyes. It's
that'd be
hard
good.
to tell.
Yeah. Maybe brush up on my alchemy a little bit.
My legless lizards and my snakes. You
Yeah,
know what
that'd
I
be
mean?
good.
Just make sure everything's organized a bit better.
Yeah, and maybe go to the gym.
Yeah, the gym would be good actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Anyway, welcome back to the Wizard's Tower.
Welcome back to the Wizard's Tower.
The Wizard's Tower!
So where have we been
Uh,
for these past little holiday that we had?
I've just been pretty much just chilling in the tower.
Sure.
Most of it. I've just been in
Yeah.
the Wizard's Tower. What happened? Christmas happened. New
Christmas
Year's
did
happened.
Yes. How was your Christmas? Good?
Yeah, it was good. I just visited my wizarding family. I can't believe they're all still alive. They're like thousands
Thousands of
old.
years, yeah.
Yeah,
well, you're
no.
1,000 and then they,
And then
they're
they're
older.
like 1,500. They really didn't mature till about 600-700 years old. And they
Yeah.
thought maybe we'll have kids. And,
True.
And that's
Yeah.
where
That's when they settled down. When
yeah.
they,
And then
their second millennia, they thought they should settle down.
yeah. And I had just the very stereotypical, annual conversation about what I do for a living. And
Wait, so hold on. You get paid for that?
yeah, literally every single year I'm like, oh, Christmas is coming up. I guess it's time to have the annual conversation where I explain how YouTube works and
Yes.
how I get paid for social media.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And sure enough, just fucking just out of the
classic,
gate.
yeah.
So
How's that
you
YouTube thing going?
make money off that, correct? I also did this one ad, and so I did this ad, and I won't disclose what ad it was,
Right.
but I didn't realize. Okay, so you get paid for so you're gonna use it for 30 days as ad usage.
Yep.
Like you're gonna pay to promote it for 30 days. So
Yep.
you have to pay me for a 30-day licensing to promote that for your product.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So you pay me to make the video, then you pay me for the promotion.
Yep.
But there's no stipulation in the contract as to how much paid promotion they're going to do.
Yeah.
So for
Oh,
30
okay, I see what you're
days,
saying. Yeah.
they could, it could be 500,000 views that they pay for. It could be 1 million views. I didn't realize that this specific company I was working for was going to pay for that much promotion. And I was thinking, okay, maybe it's 1 million views.
Yep.
20 million views
On an
altogether
ad?
for the two ads that I did. 20 million views. I was like, oh,
Holy
no.
shit.
I was like, that is
Super Bowl numbers.
I got my own ad about 10 times. And when I went to Christmas,
Oh my God, that
first
makes
thing my
sense.
uncle says to me, I saw this
of
video
you.
you did.
Wow, even
I
he
saw this
saw
video
it.
you did. And I was like, oh yeah. And he's like, yeah, you were talking about this thing. And
That's
it turned out it was an
crazy.
ad. And I was
mean,
like,
damn.
oh, fuck. And then sure enough, 2 more relatives brought it up.
Yeah, right.
They didn't even have, they just opened up
Jesus.
TikTok.
Did
and
the
then,
rounds.
Yeah, and then one of my cousins comes up to me. It wasn't even my cousin. It was my cousin's family,
Yeah.
so not even related to me.
Cousins,
Comes
wife's,
up to me and is like,
roommates,
yeah.
dog.
Oh, I saw an ad that you were in. And I was like, fuck, my
Wow.
life. 4 people at Christmas.
And very different demographics.
Very
of-
different.
Of persons.
60-year-old man.
Yeah, true.
20-year-old,
Bachelor.
normal,
Yeah,
aged
true.
person.
Normal age.
I don't know why I said normal.
aged.
But yeah, so many people saw this ad and I was like, fuck. And
Yeah.
I got so many comments on this ad being like, you're a fucking sellout. Someone called me a soulless freak.
Jesus.
Someone, yes.
For doing an ad.
Soulless freak. Someone was like, man,
Fuck that, get the
Jackson's
bag.
changed and fucking sold out.
You've
You know?
always done ads. This isn't like just a
I know.
one-time thing.
I've just never done an ad that's had 20 million views
exactly.
paid for.
Yeah.
So,
Damn, they pushed it.
yeah. So if
And
anyone's seen that,
they're obviously happy with the ad then.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if anyone's seen it, I'm sorry. If you got it bombarded to you 100 times, I didn't realize that it was gonna be pushed that much.
Yeah.
But
You soulless freak. That's all
I am a
right.
soulless
Yeah.
freak. What can I say? Yeah, it is my job to be
I
a
thought
soulless
I was
freak.
the one who had no soul. You're the fucking soulless freak.
Apparently. So yeah, so that was really fun. That was pretty much half my Christmas being like, okay, so what happened on this ad campaign? Okay, let me just explain this to you.
Breaking that down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
breaking down how. So
Did
they paid you for that
Yeah.
ad? Yes.
Were they?
It is an ad.
Did everyone was anyone like how much? Were they trying to get the how much out of you?
Yeah, someone
Yeah.
did ask me how much, and I was like, I can pay my rent.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
It's my full time job.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
able
get paid
to live.
enough
Yeah.
to have it as my full
I
time
can
job.
afford a tower, so I'm doing
Yeah,
all right.
I can afford a Wizard's
I
Tower
can afford rent in a wizard's tower.
in the heart of Melbourne CBD.
Yeah.
The whole tower, the whole Wizard's Tower. There's just skyscrapers all around us, and then there's
there's
one
one
block
little
of land
Wizard's tower.
with just a small Wizard's
I
Tower.
wish.
What did you get up to for Christmas?
What did I do? So I went home back down to Warrnambool, where I grew up for 21 years.
Nice.
Saw my family. I
Okay.
have got a good story of Christmas Eve, which I think is pretty funny.
Go on, hit me with it.
So my dad's birthday is
Yep.
Christmas Day.
Yep.
And my mates, we all go out Christmas Eve and we go to like a pub, and that's where most of my year level will hang out Christmas Eve. So it's a bit of a high school reunion because our year level, I think I've said it before, I feel like everyone got along pretty well. We didn't really have many arguments, bullying, I want to say. I don't know. I don't think you
You
and then
always
you know what I
fucking
mean?
say there was no bullying at my school, and I've always said the reason that's always because you were the one
We're
bullying
the bully. I was
people.
the bully. Yeah.
That's always what the bullies say. No, bullying wasn't really a thing at my
And then
school.
in my defense, Pale Ranger definitely gets bullied, and you think I was the bully? You're insane.
No, you were just that good. You turned it around.
Yeah. Well, you saw
Yeah.
you met a couple of my high school mates the other
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could see that sort of. That's just how everyone is to each other, and they're not even my closest friends. They're like mates who I maybe play
True.
basketball with. They're
Yeah,
like,
they did bully you a
Yeah.
little bit, and I was like, "Damn, that fucking."
they did do that. Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
now I remember they did bully me
Yeah.
a bit. Yeah. But yeah. So Christmas Eve we all went out, had a really good night out, got on the piss. It was great, and then I come home. It's about 3 a.m. It's Dad's birthday. So I thought, I better stir him up. So I go into Mum and Dad's room and I stir Mum and Dad up to, say happy birthday to Dad, and they're not that thrilled about me being, half lit in their room at 4 a.m.
What were you doing to stir them up?
I was just saying good morning and happy birthday, and Mum was asking me about my night, and I do it a bit. It's a tradition on Christmas Eve. I go in and say happy birthday to Mum and Dad when I'm drunk. Anyway, so I did that and that was good. And then my brother and his girlfriend were actually sleeping in my old room.
Yeah.
So I was drunk and I said to Mum, like, I'm going to go in and stir Matthew and his girlfriend up. This is going to be great. And Mum's like, don't, and I was like, well, they're in my old room. So, maybe I accidentally walked into my old room and stirred them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And from my kitchen to my bedroom, there is like this line you can take where like you can go straight from the kitchen into my bedroom. If you hit it at this certain angle, it's like straight. It's fun. It's a good line. It's a good speed run.
Yeah.
It's a good speed run.
You can tell you've lived in this fucking house your whole life.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good
being
speed
like,
run.
There's a good
line
line in this house. Yeah.
I know this angle. I feel like a lot of people have that. I feel like I've got that here. I feel like you can go from my bedroom here to the bathroom if I hit a certain line.
Yeah.
So I've got some good speed run strats in my house. Anyway, so I'm going to hit this line, but for some reason, some idiot left the sliding door just a little bit half open. I'm fucking, here we go. I'm going to run in, stir Matthew up. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
I run straight into the sliding door, the corner of it, split my eyebrow open.
Oh
it's like
my
healed up
God.
now,
Yeah,
but I fully split my eyebrow open, blood and stuff. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then my head's hurt and I'm, drunk as well. I'm like, what the hell? And then I completely forget why I was going into my room, and I just thought I was going to bed.
Yeah.
So I open the door and I turn the light on, and I take one step forward, and then I see Matthew's girlfriend and Matthew lying in bed. Matthew wakes up and is like, get the fuck out. What are you doing in here? Fuck off, Mitchell. I'm like, And I'm like, what the fuck's, get out of my room. I just completely forget why I was in there because I just fucking smashed my head open. I'm like, you gotta, shit. And he's like, get out. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. I turn off the light. And then I go to my sister's room that was now my room.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fucking dumb. And it hurt a lot.
Yeah, I remember you came home and I saw the giant egg on your head. And I was like, oh my God.
It was so dumb. And then I woke up the next morning to Matthew's girlfriend put like a speaker into my room that I was sleeping in and was just blaring Hannah Montana to like fuck with me at like 8 a.m. And I was like, what the hell? And then I woke up, I'm like, joke's on you. I like Hannah Montana. Like, that was a great way to wake up and all this sort of shit.
In just a pool of blood.
And then they're like, what happened to your face? And I was like, oh, yeah. Then I told them that story and then they didn't feel as bad for me. But yeah. Matthew's like, I knew what you were doing. And then he looked at me, he's like, what happened? I was like, fuck. So that was pretty fun. So Christmas Eve was pretty eventful. And then Christmas Day was with my mum's side of the family.
Yeah.
And that story made the rounds. That was a pretty big story of the day.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, it was good fun.
Oh yeah, my auntie nearly died on Christmas actually, thinking about that. Yeah. I forgot
what?
about that.
How do you forget about that?
So
Holy shit.
So Frank was there, so I went outside, Frank my dog, for
Frank
those that don't know.
attacked her.
Yeah. I was like, sick of, whoa, easy now. Got the taste for human blood. No, so I went outside, we were all having lunch, and then I went outside because Frank was outside and he was like fucking losing his mind because everyone was eating without him.
Of course.
Like, give me some. So I like went outside to like hang out with him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I look back inside because I hear someone start coughing. It's my auntie. She's fucking got something stuck down her throat. She's doing this. She's like, and she's like gesturing to people to like hit her on the back because she's choking. She's like,
Jesus.
and everyone's just like, everyone's was like toilet, and there's just dead silence, and everyone's just staring at her as she's like, and I was like, outside with Frank in my hand, I was like,
holy shit.
Is someone going to do something? And then my uncle eating right next to her, just finishing his meal. And he's like, just kind of like half patting her on the back, like while still eating his food. He's like, yeah. It's just like
Christmas turkey, bro.
Yeah. For like a good 20 seconds.
Jesus.
She's like, and then finally
shit.
like gets up out of her chair and like runs into the other room. And like coughing like and shit like that. And then my uncle like was like, oh, well, get up, help her. Gets up and they go to the other room and you see like for like ages. And then for the next half hour, don't see either of them. And we were like, oh my God, like did she fucking die? And we didn't want to make a big deal out of it because she doesn't like things being made
all attention on her. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So then she finally like comes in like half an hour later.
That's crazy.
She's like, yeah, I had a little bit of like cauliflower stuck down my throat. And yeah, she was like actually gonna die. It was crazy. And we were like, damn, that's fucking wild.
Yeah. Anyway, do you make money from that YouTube thing?
The YouTube thing. Okay, so here's how it works. The money, the watch ads that you watch.
They're trying to look up how to save and an ad pops up. You know, like they're trying to like, how do you get cauliflower out someone's throat? Ad.
Yeah.
Your ad pops up. Your ad.
Yeah. How to fucking give you the Heimlich maneuver. You gotta watch 7 ads to begin with. One of them's my ad. Yeah. That would be horrible. Yeah, it was crazy.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
She almost died. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was fucking wild. And what'd you get up to for New Year's?
New Year's was really fun. So we're back up in Melbourne for New Year's and a lot of my mates from high school come up as well. And we went to this thing called the Arbory Afloat. It's sort of on the river in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And it was just like a really fun time. You paid like $170 for the ticket and we're thinking, oh yeah, we'll probably get like drink tokens or whatever. Free drinks all night, or from 8 p.m. onwards. So we got there about 7:30.
Yeah.
So I think I bought maybe 2 drinks, if that.
Yeah.
And we and then from 8 p.m. till 1 a.m. it was free drinks all night. And then we were like, this is great. Good. And then we we're thinking, what are we gonna do for food? And then they just had like this buffet there that we could eat from, and all the food was unreal.
Damn.
You know how I hate fucking fish? I tried oysters.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah, but like I was like, you know what I mean?
They're like ocean boogers.
Yeah,
they're
ocean
like salty
boogers.
ocean boogers.
Everyone was like, yeah, you gotta like swallow it. And I was like, oh, righto. And then I put lemon on it. I was like, yeah, this would be really good. And then I just went bang, straight down the back of my throat, gone. And I was like, it tasted like lemon. I literally didn't get anything. It was like lemon with a hint of
funniest
seafood.
part. Everyone's like, bro, oysters are so good. What you gotta do is you gotta get the ones with a bunch of sauce on them and a bunch of bacon. And you're like, so what you're telling me is everything around the oyster is really good, but the oyster itself.
That's how I feel about prawns as well. I feel like you just get like garlic prawns. I'd probably enjoy garlic prawns.
Nah, bro. You got to get fucking prawns on a nice fresh white bread roll with a bunch of seafood sauce on it.
Seafood sauce is extra seafood stuff.
No, it doesn't taste like seafood. The seafood sauce is kind of like
with an enhanced seafood.
Like a fucking sweet chili mayo or something. Or maybe that's a bad description. But like it's like a reddish cream.
I reckon
sauce.
that's
It's
what
really
they had
good.
with the prawns there, maybe.
Yeah. It would be. It's fucking unreal.
But yeah, and then like I just hate the fuck around with seafood, like fucking getting the shit out of the prawns, peel. I'm just like, give me the food and eat it. I can't be fucked.
It's like the one food where you still have to prepare it yourself almost.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
All shellfish are like that. Oh, you want a crab? Oh, crab's so good, bro. I love spending 20 minutes with a fucking pair of pliers, like
and breaking its legs off and shit.
God.
Crazy. Chasing it around.
This is the best one.
Yeah. It's still alive when you fucking eat it. Yeah,
you do all this work for like this much meat.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like,
and it's like,
the
is it
meat's
that
so
good?
good.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
it's
the
not
meat's
that
good.
good. It's not that good.
It's like when you prepare your own food, like for some reason it tastes better because you've cooked it.
So you reckon prawns taste better because of the effort that you have to
prepared it. Yeah.
Okay.
And when you get really good at it, you can do it in like 5-10 seconds. The thing I hate is when you don't have like a bowl of lemon water after peeling, and so your hands just smell like fish.
Yeah,
which is disgusting.
Yes, exactly.
In most cases.
What food do you eat? That's terrible, Jackson. What food do you fucking hell? What food do you eat that makes you stink? You know what I mean? What food do you consume?
I don't know.
Stop gymming the camera. People at home don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's why you need the lemon water to like wash your hands.
Too much fuck around.
Yeah.
For fuck all. It pisses me off.
Yeah,
that's my hot
fair.
take.
That
Seafood
is fair.
sucks.
Okay.
But yeah, I tried oysters and they were pretty average. But like all my friends don't know. Like oysters is a bit of a delicacy, I guess. So all my friends just had like piles and piles of oyster shells around them because they don't eat oysters that much because it's like rare too. So when they've got oysters on the menu for free, well, basically, they went hard. But we definitely made our money's worth. $170 a ticket, and we ate like kings and we drank like queens.
Queens? Okay, yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
We also drank like kings.
Yeah, the king. We also were drinking.
We
like
ate
kings.
like kings.
We
and
consumed
drank like kings. like paupers in the towns drowning their sorrows. Mate, king up there, he's made stuff in his face while we're down here with the ale.
But then there was also
Drinking.
there was two tiers to it as well. So the people that we went climbing with that day, they were on the boat tier.
We
So
went
they
climbing
were-
that day, by the way, as
Oh
well.
yeah, we also
like
went bouldering that day with a couple of my high school mates, and they were on the bottom tier. So they were on the boat on the river, and they said it's like, I don't want to, but they said it wasn't that great because they couldn't get a seat. We instantly got a seat. We had so much room to chill
because you're in the fucking king's
Yeah,
pen right
legit,
there.
legit.
Yeah. You're in the box.
It was sick. So
While all the fucking scrubs out there were trying to, $10 for a hot dog. $10
and they paid
for a
more.
hot dog.
They paid more for a ticket.
Yeah, and you're sitting in the box like,
Yeah, bro,
we got
looking
like,
down on them.
We got
dude.
jam donuts up here, actually.
The
It's
only
fucking
bad
lit.
thing was there wasn't anywhere to dance, and I was keen for a dance. I enjoy a dance when I've had a couple of beers in me.
Yeah, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
But I have to have a couple. When
I've
I
got
say
two
couple
left
beers.
feet. I was born with two left feet.
That's-
The doctor actually said that's
What the hell?
really weird. He's genuinely born with two left feet.
He's a freak.
Yeah, buying
soulless
shoes is
freak. being called soulless.
He's going to be a
freak.
soulless freak. That's for sure. I bet he's going to do an ad that everyone's going to hate.
You're gonna have to buy him two shoe soles.
Yeah.
Two left
I remember
shoe soles
I went to
for that soulless freak.
I rember I went to Foot Locker once and they had the pricing for like a set of like Jordans. They had like Jordans out and they had the pricing was like $70 a shoe.
Wow.
And they priced it for some reason.
Single
They
shoe.
priced a single shoe individually.
Is that like a collector's thing?
I don't know, but they like genuinely listed. This was like 2007
Yeah.
or 2008. I remember it was so weird. I
can't
still
be
remember it. I would have been like 11 and I was like, they've literally
One
priced it
shoe.
per
What if-
shoe.
If a left and a right shoe are on sale, what shoe would be more expensive?
Probably the right
Do you reckon the
shoe.
right shoe would be
Yeah.
more expensive? I feel like for me, I feel like that's right as well.
Or maybe the left shoe would be more expensive because it'd be less sought after.
But you always hear people having two left feet, so maybe the right shoe would be more expensive. Because
Yeah.
when you hear someone has two right feet, you're like, "Fuck, he must be a good dancer."
He must be really good at dancing. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the, I mean,
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. I would just assume because just like right hand, most people are right-handed, so
Yes.
right-handed stuff is mass manufactured.
We're both left-handed.
That's true.
Yeah,
That
as I
is
say
true.
that, you're holding it with your
Yeah,
left hand.
you're like kind of fucking
I'm
weird.
kinda
You're like
weird, though.
ambidextrous.
Yeah, so I write with my left hand, but I do everything else with my right hand.
Yeah,
Everything.
true. I
Like,
think they
hit a cricket ball.
I think they just call that being.
Whoa.
I actually didn't say. I just bleeped it. I didn't actually say
Whoa.
anything. I think they call that. And then you.
Dude,
But you're also a.
dude, this
And then you
is our
idiot.
First. It's our first episode in. You're already dropping slurs. You got the curse.
Yeah, the curse. I remember. You know what was really frustrating was when I went to Canada and I shot guns, but all the guns were right-handed.
Oh, what?
and they
Oh, I
wouldn't
didn't even
give
know that was
any-
a thing.
Yeah, so when the casing is ejected from the chamber,
hits you in the face.
it hits you in the face. Yeah, so like usually, obviously, you're holding it
True.
right-handed, they fly off out of your way. If you're left-handed holding an AK-47, the casing flies like really close to you. And you're like, oh,
Holy shit.
oh god, just like this,
Damn.
like molten hot brass, just like touching your arm
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
And yeah,
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think that would be two different.
yeah, it's pretty annoying
Yeah.
when you go to
Even like when you reload and like if it's like a bolt action or whatever, you have to.
yeah, the bolt's on the other side.
See, I'm right hand. Well, I think I should just say that I'm right-handed because when I shot a gun, I had no problem with it because I was shooting it the same as everyone
True.
else.
Are you right eye dominant?
I don't know. How do you know?
Like if you were to like pull up a gun, like what eye would you use to
Oh.
look through the scope?
Let me just use my microphone as a gun. Yeah, I'd be right then.
Yeah, see, I'm left eye dominant.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
feels
kick a
fucked.
football with my left hand. I use my left hand to
You kick a
right.
football with your left hand.
Yeah, when you drop the footy.
Oh,
The
okay.
AFL footy.
Fair enough.
Do you
Well, you said kick, and normally when someone says kick, I think of their feet.
did I say left hand?
No, you said, yeah,
No,
left
I kick
foot.
with my left foot.
There you go.
Yeah. I kick with my everyone kicks with their left hand.
Yeah.
Bro, why do you look at you kick with your right
I got
hand?
two left hands on my feet.
Yeah. That's so normal. Like, don't be fucking weird about it, dude.
You're underdeveloped, bro. You're a fucking gorilla.
Yeah, I know. I would have been burnt at the stake about 100 years ago if they found that out.
How was your New Year's?
My New Year's was good. I actually wasn't going to do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, me and my partner were just going to like hang out at home
Yeah, nice.
and just have like a little quiet one. Maybe we're going to go to the park.
Watch the fireworks.
Yeah, because there's a really good view of the city from the park.
Yep.
And then it turns out like 2 people got stabbed last year at the park on New Year's. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want to do that. And so we were just going to like,
Yeah.
I didn't find that out till like halfway through the year. They were like, oh yeah, someone got like stabbed here last year. And I was like,
Jesus.
fuck. All right. And then I found out a little bit later on that a second person actually got stabbed. And so it was actually 2 people.
Jesus
So I was like, all right, maybe we don't
Was
go.
it the same incident or different?
It's the same New Year's, yeah. No, separate incidents. 2 separate people got
Two
stabbed.
separate incidents.
Yeah, because there's the park, and then there's a separate park right next to
Right.
it, and one person got stabbed in the regular park, and then someone got stabbed in the other park.
Do you reckon a different person?
Different different.
Holy
Oh, you mean a
shit.
different person got stabbed,
I mean,
or a different person?
different
did the stabbing.
I think,
it
or
was-
is it same person stabbed 2 people, or one
I think
person stabbed
2
person, then one person stabbed
2
another
separate
person?
stabbers, 2 separate people
Holy
got
shit!
stabbed. I
That's
think.
scary.
On
if
the
it was
same
the same
night.
stabber, I would be like,
Happy
okay.
New Year! You're the first person to get stabbed in 2024.
I wanted a kiss.
yeah.
I said a kiss.
A New Year's stab, not a New Year's kiss. Yeah, and so we were going to do nothing. And then I got a text from my mate, Kudos, from the YouTube channel, Many Kudos.
Yes.
And he said, we're
Cool
having a New Year's party at ours if you want to come. And I was like,
Oh.
okay, sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we went there and
Very last minute.
yeah, went to his place and yeah, it was really nice. It was like just hanging out with a few of his friends
Yeah.
and especially because I don't really have a lot of friends in Melbourne. So it was nice hanging out with other people.
I did invite you to come to this.
No, he
boat
didn't.
party.
No, because like
Don't
Mitch
make it-
didn't invite me
No,
to
that's
the
crazy.
boat, and I was like, all right.
Jackson was just fishing for his YouTube mates to bloody invite him. You know, I was just like, oh, I'll see.
I don't drink, so I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like I don't really want to
$170
go on a
for food. Yeah, that makes
I don't really
sense.
want to go on a boat,
Yeah.
and not neither my partner doesn't really drink either, so we're like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
that's fair.
it wouldn't be as fun for us.
It was still really fun.
Yeah, I bet it would have been really fun.
Um,
But yeah, so I was like, oh, we'll just do something quiet and nice and maybe get some like cheese and shit. And then, yeah, what the fuck is Frank doing?
what are you doing, bro?
he
You're trying to open the door.
Yeah, so we just hung out there, played some Quiplash, watched the fireworks, and then it came to like 11:30 and I was like, get me the fuck home. I'm so tired. Finally, like stayed up for the fireworks. Super underwhelming. Melbourne fireworks.
Yeah, dog shit.
So underwhelming.
They fucking sucked. I was so annoyed by it. They kept talking about like the lead up to New Year's. They're like, most fireworks ever bought. We've got like 50 tons of fireworks, more than anywhere else. It's going to shit on Sydney because Sydney's like the firework place.
Yeah, I don't know.
And this sucked.
I've been to Riverfire in Brisbane multiple times. Fucking
Bangers.
Unbelievable every time. And then this was
Dog shit.
so bad.
Yeah,
It
they
was
kept
so
bragging
bad.
about it. Dude, I was like, we'll stand there on the river looking up and then fireworks would go off over here. I'm like, oh, that was whatever. And then those wouldn't be done going off and then some would go off over here and we're like, oh, they were just as bad as the ones over there.
Yeah.
Like it was so shit.
And I was waiting for like a big one at the end.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, it was fucked up sad.
And then these videos come up of like China with their like drone show. Have you seen
dude,
China's drone show?
Yeah, the Chinese dragon flying around
Yeah,
and
it
shit.
was crazy. I was like, dude, we gotta get a drone show.
Yeah, dude.
That was fucking wild. They like turn into a portal and then the dragon comes out of the portal and shit. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need. But
Not spending $5 million on fucking shit fireworks.
Taxpayers' money probably
and then,
as well.
And then for the next like hour after the fireworks were done, there was just this big plume of like smoke
Yeah.
around the city.
bad.
And I was like, you're telling me I'm not allowed to bloody keep the lights on at night.
Yeah.
I can only do one load of washing a week. And then you just fucking set off $5 million worth of fireworks.
That's why they got to save all that time, you know what I mean? To fucking destroy the atmosphere with fireworks.
It's disgusting. It's unbelievable.
But yeah, no, it was pretty sad, the fireworks in Melbourne, not going to lie.
Yeah, we gotta invest in some drones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or just better pyrotechnics. I couldn't imagine. I was looking at the people in the buildings that lived in the city. There were fireworks going off right next to like people's apartments. And I was like, can you imagine being either it would be really good if you wanted to see the fireworks, but can you imagine being like, no, bro, I just want a quiet night in. And then you have fireworks going off directly, like in line with your apartment's window, rattling the windows.
Your house just lights up with different colors.
Jesus. A veteran lives in that apartment building.
Holy fuck.
I remember I worked in this building.
Coming out of the holes.
Yeah.
They're back. The children. Get the children. Oh, shit.
I worked in this building when I worked for this electrical company. In my first year as an apprentice, we worked in this big high-rise building in Brisbane City.
Yeah.
And they were practicing for Riverfire around the same time that I was in the city.
River fire, just for people who know, they light the river in Brisbane on fire.
They do not do that, but
okay.
That would be awesome if they did.
That would be sick.
So many bull sharks in that river. They should just do a mass culling like that.
There'd be so many cars as well.
I don't even know what Riverfire celebrates, but basically it's like a bunch of fireworks go off and they fly like the jets, like literally like our military jets fly through. Yeah, fly through Brisbane City and then around the river and shit, and it's really awesome.
It's to celebrate our freedom, bro.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they just the red, white, and blue. You're like, what the fuck?
Maybe it is like an Anzac Day thing. I don't know when Riverfire is, but I was there one week when they were practicing for it, and I was up this high rise, like 20th or 30th floor or something like that, in the middle of the city, and we hear the jets coming from the distance. Like,
that's sick.
We're like, oh fuck, and we look out, and we literally look out the window. I'm not even kidding. A fucking jet flies through the middle of the city, like through like between our building and the building on the opposite side of the street. Just straight
rattle
through.
the windows.
The windows were just like full on rattling. We're
That's
like,
crazy.
whoa! Oh my god!
That's
yeah.
crazy.
And they were just like flying the jets through the city for like an hour.
That's fucking
Everyone
cool.
just stopped work and was like, just looking at them.
I was shooting. Well, I was working on that TV show I worked on, and they were flying their jets over. And we had to keep stopping every like 2 minutes while they flew past because of the sound. And that was just crazy. I've never seen anything like it. We don't,
It's cool.
It is cool.
And
cool. So they got the airbase in Brisbane somewhere, do they?
In Ipswich, yeah.
True.
I've worked at the airbase before. It's
Yeah, dropping screws and stuff.
Yeah, I touched one of the jets once. It was pretty cool.
That's sick.
And yeah, it was really. I've actually got so many good stories about that job. But it's crazy. You can see the jets, so you hear them like over here, and then you look. and because the sound is so
Yeah,
delayed, you can
yeah,
like
yeah.
look and you can see them. They're way ahead of where you can hear them. It's
cool.
crazy.
It's cool.
Yeah. There was this one guy that, so like they had noodles on the ends. So like, you know, a pool noodle.
Yeah.
They had noodles like on the ends of the wings and like around the tail and stuff like that.
Right.
And I was like, why is that? And they're like, oh, like people would fucking like bump into them or like damage them or whatever. It was to protect the planes when they weren't flying.
Yeah.
And this guy was telling me, he's like, a guy literally, like the guy that came up with this idea literally got like a medal or some shit.
For putting
like,
pool noodles on the fucking...
Yeah, like some crazy medal, like the medal
The
of...
fuck?
No, maybe not the Medal of Honor, but like some crazy like honorary medal.
Yeah, medal
for
of
coming
safety.
up with, yeah, for coming up with putting pool noodles on the planes.
Mum and dad, they got these like swings out the back. They've got pool noodles on the back so the nephews won't smack their heads into it.
Well, they
Geniuses.
could have earned a Medal of
I
Honor.
feel like I've seen that so many times in Australia.
Yeah.
These pool noodles protect shit.
and it was dead. It was like literally, I think he said like 5 or 10 years ago.
That's so funny.
He was like, what if we put noodles on
here?
this?
It'd be genius.
Oh my God, to protect the safety. It's just $10 million jets.
So dumb.
Yeah.
Damn,
wild.
I would have expected more. I would have expected something a bit more military to protect your jets. Just like a big cover for
Like
them.
black pool noodles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
But no, they were just like pink and green. They weren't even
They
color
weren't- yeah,
coordinated.
yeah,
It was
they
like
just
it was like
bought 'em
pink
from-
ones, like blue ones, like just fucking random ones, just all slapped on there.
They would have just bought them from fucking, what do you call it, Cheap as Chips? What was the reject store or something?
Oh yeah. Was it
Without
Clark
taxpayer
Clark
money.
Rubber?
Yeah, Clark Rubber.
Clark Rubber's got a military contract.
We supply the military with all their pool noodles.
Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't realize they were part of the system like
the
that.
Navy loves our floaties.
That's crazy.
The Academy!
I learned something interesting. This has nothing to do with anything, but I just learned something interesting just scrolling through TikTok.
Okay.
And I thought it was kind of like, it will open up a bit of a discussion because I feel like you'd have some thoughts about this too.
Okay.
So humans, I didn't realize this, but humans bred pigeons to be carrier pigeons to fly messages around.
Yep. Yep.
And now we don't obviously use pigeons anymore.
That's correct.
So now pigeons don't
Says
know.
you.
Oh, yeah, you're using them all the time.
Yeah.
That's how I upload my videos.
Yeah.
So now pigeons have no purpose and they're lost. You never see a pigeon with, like in a pigeon's nest. They have no home because they
Yeah.
haven't got anywhere to go or be. So they have no purpose,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is quite sad for pigeons, I thought.
Yeah, we like domesticated them.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we don't need them anymore.
We don't need 'em
and
anymore.
then just release them. That's why there's so many like random fucking pigeons in the US,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in New York and all that
They
sort
have,
of stuff.
they have no purpose. I thought that was so sad. And then I was thinking, what other animals have we bred and then been like, fuck, yeah, who cares? And I looked over at Frank and thought, what is Frank's purpose? He has no,
Wow.
dogs. A lot of dog breeds are like that.
Yeah, pugs were bred by the Chinese
Yeah.
emperors to be lapdogs.
Lapdogs.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess he is fulfilling that purpose.
Yeah. He is. He's looking at us like, oh, what a fucking idiot.
I guess
Yeah.
he is fulfilling that purpose.
I know. I've
Yeah.
always thought about what Frank would be in the wild, and
Dead.
He wouldn't be able to. No, I reckon he would survive, but he'd be like the equivalent of like a hyena or like
like a
small
scavenger or
pig.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay.
like a small like kind of like a water rat or something.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
he'd like burrow and he'd like live in a hole, and then he would be like in the tall grass because it's kind of like blends the same as like dry grass.
Yeah,
so he'd
yeah,
like
yeah.
live in the savannah type thing, and he would just like run up and like steal little
Nibble up.
scraps.
I
Yeah,
reckon. I
eat
think
rats.
we've spoken about this before, but I reckon he would befriend a lion, and he is now just a lion's like buddy
He'd be
and the
like,
lion
yeah.
brings him stuff. But he might be. I don't think he's the brains of the operation. I just think he's
Yeah.
like the jester for the lion.
That'd be a good movie.
Frank.
Yeah, kind of like Pumbaa and
Legit
what's
Timon.
the
Yeah,
Timon,
yeah. Befriending Simba.
He'd be Timon. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I think Frank would probably find like a lion cub, and then train him up, and then that lion would end up protecting
He
him.
wouldn't
'cause
fucking train shit.
No,
What would
he
he
wouldn't.
train?
Yeah,
He trained him
wouldn't
to
train
sit and
shit.
shake.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and fucking piss the bed. Just Frank's
Vomit
done
all
that,
over the
yeah.
carpet.
Yeah.
That's good as. But yeah,
Yeah.
no. So then and then I was thinking like other animals that have been bred for then have no use. I don't think donkeys really have a use anymore.
In some countries, they still
Yeah.
use them,
Yeah, I guess.
like pack mules type thing.
yeah, true. Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Okay, like carrier mules. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Well,
a
I'm
bunch
trying-
of
yeah.
like a bunch of cocaine in them, and then like walk them across the border.
Sure.
Like
Yeah, that's a good.
smuggle
point.
things
Yeah, I
in
didn't think
them.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The mule.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
I
of
mean,
other
things
animals.
that you've bred but have no use anymore. I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah, pigeons we domesticated.
Pigeons.
Cats domesticated themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, they were like, damn,
Yeah.
we could just fucking do fuck all.
But do
be
we-
really annoying and rude. And
Did we
still
breed
get-
cats? Like,
I
did we
mean-
make little cats?
I think.
How?
I think little cats have always existed,
Existed.
but I think we've made breeds of cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Similar
okay.
to dogs.
So yeah, because we're not breeding because we're not breeding like a big cat, like a, you know what I mean, into a little cat over time.
Maybe.
Do you reckon that's what happened?
I feel like you got to look that up. I
Yeah.
don't want to spread misinformation
Kind of
on a
interesting.
podcast.
Did
I'm
we
not Joe
breed
Rogan.
cats? Yeah. Yeah. This podcast is very factual.
yeah, yeah. Just have some fucking random guy going on.
Yeah. So
about
I
it.
don't know. I'm trying to think of other animals that we've bred.
I thought you would have looked this up before the podcast and then like
no, I
prepared
thought,
it.
well,
and then
I only had the pigeon one. I thought maybe you might have had a couple.
used for meat, skin, and war. Horses were domesticated in the Middle East in the second millennium. So we bred, but I mean, we still kind of use horses.
Horses are pretty important.
How
to
about this
society.
bad boy? The beefalo. A cross between a cow and
Oh.
a bison bred for its meat, which
Wow.
combines the best qualities of both species.
Interesting.
Yeah. Actually, I got a really good one for you. Chicken. Okay?
Oh, wait. Okay.
Chicken, right?
Whoa.
Descended from the red jungle fowl. Chickens were originally bred for cockfighting, but are now raised for their meat and eggs.
So their purpose was to cockfight, and now
Yeah.
we've forced them to be meat.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you know what's crazy? Okay, and this is something that
Well, I
a
don't
bunch
see-
of vegans use as a point of like why they don't eat chicken.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like chickens are like the least,
Yeah. Mm.
you know, like carbon footprint emittive kind of creatures for their meat.
Yeah.
But in the wild, originally chickens would only lay like one egg a year, or
True.
like a couple eggs, maybe 12 eggs a year.
Yeah.
You know, they wouldn't go too crazy with it. Now they're laying 4 or 5 eggs a day,
Yeah.
and that's because we bred them that way.
Yes.
And so most chickens die from laying too many eggs. Like they get
Jesus.
like a crazy like prolapsed fucking anus, or
Yeah.
like an egg will get caught and then it'll crack and rot inside them and they'll die. And that's because of human intervention. It was
Made
never
them-
like that.
No, they only laid a couple. Damn,
Yeah.
Right.
So, but we've been like, dude, this guy breeds
Yeah.
fucking lays 2 eggs a month. We should breed that one with this one, and then want to lay 3 eggs a month. They're like, we
Yeah,
fucking get that one.
Well,
And
the
now
three, yeah.
now they do fucking 3 a day or 4 a day, where they're just
Jesus.
constantly laying eggs.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah. So we did that,
Yeah.
and it's awesome because
We
I
do
have
do
like
that.
3 eggs a day. So
We
it's
do that.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's one chicken.
Damn,
worth
maybe
of
we should
eggs.
get a chicken.
That would be actually sick if we got
Yeah.
some chickens. I think we'll have to talk to the landlord about it. Having chickens out the backyard.
Yeah, it'd be so fucking
Yeah.
annoying. Frank
Frank would fuck with them.
he'd befriend
He
them. I
would not
reckon.
even befriend them. He's all about befriending them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I just thought that was interesting. Different animals we just forgot about, and now we don't worry about it. Like I feel like is that how animals go extinct because they have no purpose for humans? I guess so. Or we kill them and hunt them.
What?
Is it like how an animal goes extinct because it doesn't have
That's
a
how
purpose?
every animal's ever gone extinct. Is it served no more
It's
purpose
so, yeah.
for humans?
I
and we
think
killed
so.
them.
I think so.
Every single animal.
Yeah. Except for like a dinosaur, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they serve no more purpose for humans.
Yeah,
And then
I
we're like,
think-
what if we kill them all and then
Yeah.
we leave them for a million years and turn them into oil?
Exactly.
Then they'll be useful
then
again.
they're useful again.
Yeah.
Damn, we didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think that's how it works. If an
I
animal
mean-
doesn't have purpose, then it's probably going to go extinct.
I don't think that's true.
What animal has that is alive now that has no purpose?
Mosquitoes.
No, mosquitoes would have purpose.
Mosquitoes don't have any purpose.
You don't reckon?
No, that's a fact.
But their purpose is to feed like spiders.
No, flies, I would say, are more likely to do that. I don't think
mosquitoes have no purpose?
I don't think mosquitoes have any purpose other than to spread disease and be really fucking annoying. Like ticks.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Parasites.
Yeah,
What does a
all right.
parasite?
Yeah,
what is a
I'm not talking about animals,
parasitic
man. I'm talking about like
worm.
actual animals. I'm not talking about fucking parasites and fucking tapeworms.
Hamsters? Hamsters probably existed in the wild at some point. didn't
Yeah, probably.
they?
What was
Yeah.
a hamster bred for?
To be cannon fodder for owls. To be food for owls, and that's it.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Guinea
Yeah.
pigs.
To teach kids about death.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
hamsters
true.
were bred for.
Yeah, same. Fighting fish. There's no way fighting fish could live in the wild. They're so finicky as it is. They're like,
Oh, really?
they live in a small puddle made by an elephant
Have
with
you heard,
water in it.
Have you heard about the giant tortoise and why they've gone extinct?
Why?
Because they apparently
Oh,
taste
yes, I heard
Have
about
I told
this.
you this? I thought
Yeah.
I've told you this before. I don't know if I've talked about it on the pod before, but giant tortoises, apparently their meat is so delicious. There's like one recording of it, because this was like, hundreds of years ago. There's like one recording of it is like their meat tastes like deer, beef, and pork, but better. That's what the recording says.
Damn, that sounds pretty fucking good to me.
And they couldn't, and they'd ship them all around the world to like kings and stuff. And some of them wouldn't even make the journey because the people would just eat them on the boat. Because it's like, it was almost like crack, they said. It was like so delicious.
Wow.
And now there's like only like 10 left in the world or whatever.
Because it probably takes them like 60
Yeah.
years to get to the size where you can actually
Yeah.
even fucking eat them.
Legit. And they come in their own bowl.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Easy to transport.
And then
you don't need
they
to put them in a cargo container because they are cargo.
You just turn them on their back and then
Yeah.
you're all right. But yeah, apparently they just taste delicious.
Damn, I believe
Yeah.
that.
QI. Look up the QI clip of them, Stephen Fry, and that they talk about it. QI.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's good. It's a
Nah,
good
I'm
clip.
not gonna
Really
look it up.
funny. But yeah, I thought that was really
I
interesting.
don't think I'll look it up.
Anyway.
Whispers from the void.
I heard a story. A
Yes.
story that was told to me, a tale that was told to me. This is a secondhand story.
Okay.
So it's already been relayed to my partner and she's relayed
Oh.
it to me.
Third.
And now I'm going to relay it to you. So,
I'm
so
gonna be
it's already second. So this is going to be the third
time,
retelling.
okay.
So even more details will probably
Probably
be lost.
missed, yeah.
But this was a crazy story that I was told, which
I'm
I think would
excited.
be interesting to share. Okay. So it all starts with, so my partner's friend's friend is what this happened to.
Right.
Okay. Right.
So
Following?
okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'll be the fourth person to hear this because your partner would have heard it from her friend.
Yeah.
Who's her friend. So this would
This
be the
happened
fourth
to her
iteration.
friend's friend.
So her friend told her friend, and now that friend told your partner, and then now you're telling, she
So it's the
told you,
fourth.
and now you're telling me.
Didn't I say it's the fourth?
I think it's the fifth.
Anyway. So, basically what happened was, okay, this friend, she moved from Melbourne to Brisbane. Okay, now it gets crazy. It gets crazy, but I got to set up the ground rules here. She moved from Melbourne to Brisbane and she didn't really have any friends in Brisbane. So she was like, what am I going to do? I know, I'll join a run club, and I'll start running.
Yep.
And, because
way to meet
running
people.
is basically this generation's Tinder dating app. Easy way to meet people and meet others. Anyway, so she's running at this run club for like 2 or 3 months. And there's a guy there that she kind of likes. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to give this guy a chance. So they start going on some little coffee dates and he starts taking her to some little lunches. And then one night she's like, all right, fine. We'll go out and, I'll give this a real chance, I suppose. I don't know. Fourth retelling. That could not have been what she thought at all. But anyway, she goes on this date with this guy and this guy brings this giant bag and he's like, hey, so my friend's going to pick me up later. But is it all right if I just like leave this bag here or whatever? And she's like, all good. But just so you know, like, you're not staying the night. Like, it's not
I'm
like
setting
that.
boundaries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm setting
yeah.
boundaries. Not like that.
Yeah.
You're not sleeping over. We're not.
Yeah,
That's not going
it's
to
not
happen.
happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. My friend's going to pick me up later. And so they go out and they do their whatever they do, go to this restaurant or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, fourth retelling.
Yep.
And then she's like, oh, so what's happening with your friend? And she's like, he hasn't got back to me yet. Is it all good if I wait at your place and we just like wait for, him to get back? And she's like, yeah, all right, fine. The date's been going really well. Funny, charming guy. He's like, all right, fine. You can wait at my place. It's all good.
Okay.
Anyway, so they get back to her place and, they're waiting a few hours and he's like, still nothing from my friend. I don't know. Is it all good if I just stay the night? And she's like, oh, look, the date's been going really well. Just so nothing's going to happen. You're sleeping on the couch. I'm going to sleep in my room.
Respect.
It's not going to happen.
Boundaries.
All right. It's not going to happen.
Love
and
it.
he's like, yeah, all good. Like, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And so she, sets up the couch, wherever, goes to bed. And then she's like, oh, I've actually got kind of a bad feeling about this. I don't know. I just have this like weird instinctual, just something feels weird. So she was like, you know what? I'm just going to lock my door. I don't know. I trust this guy, but I'm going to lock my
fair
door. Like, I don't know. I don't know this guy.
I would have locked it for her, because I'm a respectable young man.
Yeah. You would have been the guy
Hey,
on
make
the
sure you
couch.
lock that door.
You would have been the guy on the couch. And then, anyway, so she doesn't think much of it, goes to bed, wakes up at 3 in the morning, 2 or 3 in the morning, banging on her door, this guy.
God.
And he's like,
my fucking God.
it wasn't meant to go this way. It wasn't meant to get out here. Like, open the fucking door. I'm going to kill you, bitch. Like, all this shit. Like,
What
it
the
wasn't meant to go
fuck?
like
he
this.
just snaps.
Yeah, full snaps. And she's like, what the fuck? And so, she runs into the bathroom and like hides in the bathroom, calls the police and is like, hey, my date is like literally trying to kill me.
Losing his
like
my
actually
fucking
going to kill me.
mind.
And they're like, don't worry, stay there. We'll be there. We'll be there soon. And apparently she'd given a key to her neighbor because they were like reasonably close. And she's like a woman that lives alone.
Yeah.
So she was like, here, have this is my, yeah. So gives the key to the neighbor. The neighbor was already up because he'd heard the commotion.
Yeah.
And like apparently like opened the door and like scared this guy off or whatever. This guy escapes.
Jesus.
They didn't get him. The police come, finally knock on the door to the bathroom, like, hey, like he's gone, but like it's safe to come out now.
Yeah.
And so she opens the door and he's like, the cop's like, what was the state the apartment was in before you
What did you do? Fucking trash
like, before
it?
he was there? And she was like, it was fine. It was like clean. It was pretty normal. And the cop was like, okay, well, just so you know, like what you're gonna see is gonna be very confronting. And she was like, all right, why? And then she goes out there and sees that there is like a fucking like Glad wrap everywhere, like a fucking sheet
fucking
laid
way.
out and like 6 knives like laid out on like the counter and shit like
Fucking
that.
American
like,
Psycho
full
shit.
Dexter Morgan, like he had this apartment set up like Dexter and he was gonna murder her. Yeah. And so yeah, I would never. I don't know if I could date again after this. It's crazy.
God.
Yeah, and full on this like crazy like Dexter Morgan setup. I couldn't imagine how she felt. 4-3 telling. I'd imagine she felt sick.
Yeah.
And 4-3 telling. I don't know. Maybe she was happy. I don't know. 4-3 telling. Who knows? But
Fucking Chinese whispers.
yeah. And then she's like, holy fuck. And then the cops go to investigate it. No, every cafe that he'd taken her to conveniently had no CCTV.
No
so there was
shot.
no trace of him
Oh
there.
my
Every place
God.
he's taken her, no trace of her there. Even at the run club, he would always be the one taking the photo.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or he'd be like, oh, I don't really want to be in the photo. His Facebook.
He's killed before.
Yeah. His Facebook had no links.
Yeah,
It wasn't a
yeah.
real name. He'd been going to this run club for months. Fake name, fake backstory, everything. Nothing was traceable. He was like, oh, I live like so far out of town as well. That's what he said. That's why he could stay over. And so
He might not even live in
he probably doesn't even
Brisbane.
live in Brisbane. Yeah. And then apparently after this all happened, she immediately moved back to Melbourne, rightfully. So
Fair enough.
It's fucking crazy. But yeah, full on. That guy's like an actual serial
That's
killer
a serial
in
killer.
Brisbane.
That man is killed before.
Yeah. And
That's way too organized to not know what you're fucking doing.
how insane is that? Yeah. And he's still
Thank
out there.
God
The cops.
she locked her, whatever that is, that like intuition, that fucking, I don't even know, like primal fear, I guess, to lock your door.
If she hadn't locked her door,
She'd be fucking
would
dead.
be dead. Yeah. And no one would probably know who did it. Because that is
Wow.
calculated. I was like, okay,
Wow.
that's fucking crazy. Like I've heard stories like that before, but that's pretty crazy. But the fact that he's actively scoped out these cafes
Yeah.
and been like, there's no
This
CCTV.
is where I'm going to, this is where I'm
gonna
gonna
go
take
there.
her.
Yeah. That's fucking insane.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And
Surely
that's
your
my little...
apartment though would have something.
That's what you would
surely.
think, but maybe the apartment CCTV is just really bad, or maybe it's an old apartment because there's a lot of like apartments from the 70s that have been renovated. Like it might not be, like
That's
a brand new
crazy.
modern one.
That is crazy.
Actually insane. Yeah, and the cops haven't caught him. They have no idea. Yeah, and he's just out there. Anyway, that's been my story. So don't go to run club, and that's why I don't run.
And that's why I don't run.
That's why I don't go to run
The
clubs because
moral
they're
of
all
that
fucking
story,
weird.
the moral of that story, don't join run clubs.
Yeah, because they're all weird serial killers.
Stay unfit.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, and that definitely, I feel like it wasn't his first time. If
Oh,
that's
100%.
how
No,
planned
he's
out
so
is, that's
organized.
crazy. Or he's just watched a lot of Dexter.
Dexter, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Thank God she locked her door. I wonder what that is. Just this women intuition that we don't know of. I don't know if I would.
Yeah. I mean, It's probably a good idea. It's like your first like real date with a guy.
Don't
who's
really
over
know
at
him.
your house. You don't really know him. Probably should lock your door.
Yeah.
I mean, just even if they're a nice guy,
Lock your door.
he could be Dexter Morganing.
What a fucking world we live in where that's like an actual fear.
Yeah, isn't it insane?
He must have been pushy on the date, or he must have been just given some sort of weird vibe.
Are you trying to figure out tips so that you don't make the same mistake?
Yeah, I'm trying to work out like what I can do better to prevent women from locking the door on me.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I'm not a murderer. Yet. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, so hopefully they catch that guy.
Yeah.
Feel horrible for her, so I hope she's doing okay.
Well, that was fucking scary. That's a scary story.
Yeah, anyway.
Pixie.
How was your New Year's?
How was your New Year's, Pixie? I haven't spoken to you this episode. First episode back. How
I
you
don't
going?
celebrate Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you
It's a
celebrate?
stupid human holiday.
Oh, all right. I don't think it's that.
I mean,
stupid.
you literally said you went to college with Santa, so why would I celebrate that? I mean, it's ridiculous. He's a real person. Why would I make a holiday about that?
What do you mean? Like Jesus is a real person?
That's what the woke media wants you to believe, don't they?
I didn't realize you're a right wing. Yeah, you've only got one.
Oh yeah, Jesus was a real person. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he was. Who else was real? Yeah. What's next? Abraham Lincoln.
You're a pixie,
yeah, I'm
bro.
sure he was a real person
You're a
too.
pixie.
Yeah.
Out
Why
of
did he
every-
wear that top hat? I don't think he was a person.
What
at
about
all.
the tooth fairy? Is the tooth fairy real?
Oh, she's real.
Yeah, I
No,
bet
she's a real person. Don't make fun of the tooth fairy.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Pixies are real. You're telling me you don't believe Jesus or Santa, but you're
Oh, I
literally
know
a pixie.
Santa's real,
Oh,
but
okay.
I mean,
You
it's,
just
why would I
don't-
make a? Why would I have a holiday about him? That's like having a holiday about my neighbor. I'm not gonna fucking do that. It's stupid.
Oh, well, no, honestly, you make a fair point. You make a
New
fair
Year's was
point.
good though. Yeah.
New Year's was good.
Yeah, we all ate the walls of our mushrooms we lived in, and we got real crazy and high and psychedelic. And it was quite fun.
That sounds like a fun time for
It
sure.
was good.
Yeah, right. Did you get a New Year's kiss?
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
kiss and tell.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I did notice that you're all just right wing as well, so it makes sense that you lean that way.
That's
I was pretty happy with that joke.
a good joke. Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, well, Mrs. Pixie, what did you give him a little kiss?
I never tell. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. No,
Oh my
I did.
God.
I did.
Okay.
You say you never tell, but it didn't
just
take
did.
that long to tell us.
Yeah, we didn't even need to push you on
Yeah,
that.
no, I didn't even ask
I
what.
don't know. I just. I'll never tell.
Oh my God.
No, I will.
Oh, I'm glad you two had a good New Year's. That's great.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really good.
What about you, Gnome? Did you have a good New Year's?
Oh.
I don't. What's my voice? Yes.
I've lost my. You've lost your voice because you had such a big New
I
Year's.
just
You
still
got a bit
haven't
of a.
worked out my personality. What's the bit with the gnome? What's supposed to be my bit?
You gotta be. I think you're a bit.
New Year's resolution 2025. Find out what my bit is. I don't know.
I think that's a good idea. I think you're a
Can
bit.
we
I
get
think you're
me
a
a
bit
working
of a.
laptop? I'm still made of fucking porcelain. Whose idea was this?
I think. I think you're a bit more. You're a bit more grumpy. I feel like you're a grumpy gnome.
Hey, oh, I'm grumpy, am I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a great personality trait. Fuck you.
I think maybe you're grumpy. I don't know, or bashful.
Ooh. Okay. Maybe I got a New Year's kiss too. But I'll never tell.
Well, that's all the time we have on the Wizard's Tower. If you'd like to reach the Wizards, you can send an owl to the Wizard's Tower Pod at gmail.com. And you can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok, or whatever the hell that is. Anyway, don't forget to grab your hat, grab your staff, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Wizard's Tower.